Imminent 33 na Legislature in Guam is called to order. Mr. Majority Leader, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I move that we adopt this session agenda dated today, January 29, 2016.
Hearing no objections, so ordered. I'm going to ask the clerks to please take a roll call.
Senator Tom Adda. Present. Senator Tony Adda. Senator Uggan. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Present. Senator Espadon. Here. Senator McCready. Here. Senator Morrison. Here. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Respicio. Here. Senator Rodriguez. Here. Senator Sinicholas. Senator Torres. Senator Underwood. Speaker Wampat.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, there is a quorum.
Thank you very much. Senator Respicio, you're
Thank you,
recognized.
Madam Speaker. I move that we excuse Senator Barnes, who had a prior family commitment and is not here for this call to session.
Hearing no objections, so ordered. Senator, yes.
Thank you,
I'm
Madam
sorry. Thank
Speaker.
you.
Now we're under motions in the session agenda. At this time, I would like to request the clerk that she read a resolution that was introduced by the Committee on Rules, Resolution 277-33, that was adopted and filed with the clerk this morning.
Okay. Would the clerks please read it?
Resolution number 277-33 COR, introduced by Committee on Rules, relative to expressing the support from the Committee on Rules to convene a legislative session to reconsider Bill 204-33 COR, an act to add a new section 1106A to 2 GCA and amend section 40109A of 5 GCA, relative to affecting elected and appointed official compensation.
You're going to read the entire resolution.
Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imina Trentai Tres Legislature Guahan, whereas the Guam Legislature's Committee on Appropriation and Adjudication and Committee on Finance and Taxation held a joint budget oversight hearing on Monday, January 25, 2016, with the Director of Bureau of Budget and Management Research, Director of Revenue and Taxation, together with the Acting Director of the Department of Administration, to review the state of the Government of Guam finances, and whereas financial information obtained at this joint budget oversight hearing confirmed that by using the Calvo administration's cash flow reports, there may only be a surplus of $200,000 above the fiscal year 2016 FY16 revenue projection adopted by the legislature. Whereas had the legislature not decreased the revenue projections for FY16 by $37.1 million from the FY16 spending plan originally proposed by Governor Calvo, the Government of Guam expenditure for FY16 would likely result in an over-expenditure of $36.9 million, thus adding further financial stress to the Government of Guam's overall debt burden. And whereas at this joint budget oversight hearing, the Acting Director of the Department of Administration admitted under oath that the Government of Guam is experiencing a cash crunch, which has negatively affected the Government of Guam's ability to remit statutorily mandated deposits into the income tax refund efficient payment trust fund for the payment of income tax refunds. And whereas Section 51102, Chapter 51, Title 11, GCA requires the cash deposit of a certain percentage of actual income tax collections to be deposited into the income tax refund efficient payment trust fund each fiscal year, and that such percentage for FY16 is 25.6% of actual income tax collections, which is calculated by dividing the provision for income tax refunds by the total projected income taxes in Public Law 33-66, General Appropriations Act of FY16. And whereas according to the BBMR's most recent December 2015 Consolidated Revenue and Expenditure Report, actual income tax collections as of the end of December 2015 were $110,723,988. And whereas in accordance with Section 51102, Chapter 51, Title 11 GCA, the amount of $28,345,340 is the amount that should have been deposited into the Income Tax Refund Efficient Payment Trust Fund during the months of October through December 2015. And whereas according to monthly cash balance report submitted to Legislature in Guam by the Director Administration for the months of October, November, and December 2015, only $14,247,379 has been deposited into the Income Tax Refund Efficient Payment Trust Fund during the months of October through December 2015, which confirms the statements made by the acting DOA Director concerning cash flow challenges in the government of Guam. And whereas Bill 204-33 COR was introduced on October 30th, 2015, was publicly heard on November 10, 2015, and debated in a legislative session on November 16, 2015, but did not pass. And whereas members of the Committee on Rules, through the passage of this resolution, does recognize and respect the decision of those senators who voted nay on Bill 204-33 COR, and through the passage of this resolution, herein further acknowledges another effort, which, if passed and signed into law, would have provided for salary reductions for senators only. Whereas this legislative effort is memorialized in Bill 201-33 COR, an act to add a new section 1106.2 to Chapter 1, Title 2 Guam Code Annotated relative to repayment of retroactive senatorial salaries disbursed under Public Law 32-208, and to amend Section 5 of Public Law 32-208 for similar purposes. And whereas Bill 201-33 COR was also publicly heard on November 10, 2015, and debated alongside Bill 204-33 COR in the same November 16, 2015 legislative session, also failing to gain passage. And whereas members of the Committee on Rules, through the passage of this resolution, also recognizes and respects the decision of those senators who voted on Bill 201-33 COR, and now therefore be it resolved, the members of the Committee on Rules, on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, express support to convene a legislative session to reconsider Bill 204-33 COR, which is an act to add a new Section 1106A to 2 GCA and amend Section 40109A of 5 GCA relative to affecting elected and appointed official compensation, and be it further resolved that the Committee on Rules does hereby respectfully request the Speaker to call the Legislature into session in an urgent manner to reflect the urgent situation with the government's finances and tax refunds, and that the Majority Leader during that legislative session offer a notwithstanding motion to consider the actions of the body on the vote on Bill 204-33 COR, thereby allowing a re-vote on Bill 204-33 COR. Be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify, and the Secretary of the Legislature attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be therefore transmitted to the members of Imina Trentai Trust na Legislature in Guahan, add to the Honorable Edward J.B. Calvo, Imagalahin Guahan, duly and regularly adopted by the Committee on Rules of Imina Trentai Trust na Legislature in Guahan on the 29th day of January 2016.
Thank you very much. Senator Respicio, you recognize.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Point of inquiry.
Point of what?
Point of inquiry, ma'am.
Okay, state your inquiry.
Point of information, then.
I'm sorry?
Point of information.
Okay,
And just, Madam Speaker, for the knowledge of the body, isn't it the practice that when we have to consider resolutions that plan or may take action for actions outside of the body, that there should be a public hearing process for it?
normally with resolutions that would, this of a substantive nature that would go out of the legislature, that's going out to like members of Congress or other countries, then yes, we would
Or that
have.
affects the
would
actions
have,
or
but-
affects the activities outside of this body? Am I
Yes.
correct? That's just a question I'm at, my point of information.
Madam
Yes.
Speaker, is the gentleman requesting that we had to have a public hearing on a resolution expressing support from the Committee on Rules to convene a legislative session to reconsider the actions that occurred in Bill 204-33? I'm just trying to understand the nature of the point of inquiry.
And
or
that
point
is,
of
I
information.
appreciate it. That is the nature of
So
the
I
question.
surmise that there was no need for a public hearing because we're expressing support from the Committee on Rules to convene this legislative session to reconsider an action already previously undertaken by the same body, also undertaken as a result of a public hearing that was held on Bill 204. So I respect the inquiry, but I don't understand the nature of the inquiry.
No, and the nature of the inquiry is because the actions, as a result of the resolution, if passing, I thought that the whole process here was that any resolution of substantive nature goes through a public hearing process. The actions that will be taken as a result of this is going to be substantive, could be substantive. And so I'm just asking the question.
Understand, and I think the senator responded that, you know, Bill 204, I don't have the date, had actually had a public hearing.
But not this resolution, Madam Speaker.
But the as stated in the resolution is that the request would be a notwithstanding clause.
Understand. I'm
for-
talking about the resolution, ma'am. The resolution.
Madam Speaker, again, and to respond to the Senator asking whether or not this resolution should have had a public hearing, this resolution deals strictly with the business of the legislature, and it's the Committee on Rules that operates on behalf of the legislature when we're not in session. And because we were not in session, the members of the Committee on Rules, by majority vote, put together this movement by way of Resolution 277-33 to express support for the convening of this legislative session. And this resolution also recognizes your authority, Madam Speaker, to call us into session to a date and time determined by yourself in this urgent manner. So the resolution did not compel this call to session. It was just an expression of support. And so it's an expression of support to have this session to reconsider Bill 204, which was publicly heard and debated extensively by not only our community, but also by this body. And so this is the whole genesis of the resolution, and this is why I determined as Chairman on Rules that a public hearing was not required on on Resolution 277. So unless there's an objection, Madam Speaker, I would like to continue to be recognized.
No, I recognize the standing rules, Madam Speaker, that he has the authority to be able to make that determination. I just bring this as a point of information, and I raise the concern to that matter.
Yes, and I understand, and maybe it might be best as well that at least in the statute, our statutes is that, you know, in section 2103 on public hearings, that mandatory on subsection B, that no substantive resolution that is to be transmitted to the U.S. President, a member of the U.S. Congress, or a head of a foreign state may be passed by the legislature unless it has received a public hearing. And of course, the primary sponsor would be the one who would be the individual to conduct the hearing. And as stated, of course, earlier by the senator, that this is strictly on the actions of the body in which this resolution is being, was drafted. So, Senator Respicio, you're recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, so I was going to say, first of all, thank you for calling the session pursuant to the adoption of this Committee on Rules resolution, and so you've done your part, and now I rise to do my part, and that's to offer the notwithstanding motion to reconsider the actions of the body on the vote on Bill 204-33 COR, thereby allowing a revote of Bill 204-33 COR at this time.
On that motion, are there any objections? Okay, there is then an objection, so I will then call for the vote. Then all in favor then of the motion that the majority had stated, and that's to reconsider the actions then of this body, since there is an objection. So all in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, second roll call. Third, okay. So it would be 3 roll call. So would the clerks then please take roll call?
Senator Tom Adda. Senator Tom Adda, aye. Senator Tony Adda. No. Senator Tony Adda, nay. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, pass. Senator Blas. No. Senator Blas, nay. Vice Speaker Cruz. Aye. Vice Speaker Cruz, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, pass. Senator McCready. No. Senator McCready, nay. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, nay. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Munya Barnes, absent.
She's already excused earlier. So
Senator Munya Barnes, excused. Senator Respicio. Senator Respicio, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, nay. Senator Sinicolas. Senator Sinicolas, aye. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye. Senator Underwood. Yes. Senator Underwood, aye. Speaker Wampat.
Okay.
Speaker Wampat, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, pass. Senator Espaldon. Yes. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, nay.
The votes are 8 yeas, 6 nays, and 1 excused absence. So the motion carries. So since the motion is carried, then it goes down to the voting file. So can you please take roll call? Please read the title then of Bill number 204-33. Read the title.
Bill number 204-33 COR, introduced by M.F. Nicholas, Judith T. Wampat, EDD, N.B. Underwood, Ph.D., B.J.F. Cruz, T.C. Ada. An act to add a new section 1106A to Chapter 1 of Title II, Guam Code Annotated, and to amend Section 40109A of Chapter 40 of Title V, Guam Code Annotated, relative to reducing the compensation of elected and appointed officials.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada. Senator Tom Ada, aye. Senator Tony Ada. Senator Tony Ada, nay. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Blas. Senator Blas, nay. Vice Speaker Cruz. Vice Speaker Cruz, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator McCready. Senator McCready, nay. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, nay. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Munya Barnes, excused. Senator Respicio. Senator Respicio, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, nay. Senator San Nicolas. Senator San Nicolas, aye. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye. Senator Underwood. Senator Underwood, aye. Speaker Wampat.
Again.
Speaker Wampat, aye.
Bill number 204-33 received 9 yea votes, 5 nay votes, and 1 excused absence. Bill number 204-33 is duly passed by this body. Senator Respicio.
Madam Speaker, I move that we adjourn subject to the call of the Speaker.
Hearing no objection, this legislature is adjourned subject to the call of the Speaker.